What's up, guys? So, welcome to another episode of Show and Tell. So, we have a special guest here. I'm going to bring him on right now. We're going to go with Dr. Wolfenstein. He's going to go over some cosplay story.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Mwah, mwah, mwah. And hello to everyone and everybody out there. Ow! Yeah. Yuck. And I'm back for another glorious Sunday of the broadcast from another dimension in space. So anyway, I got a little treat for you because last time I was talking about my ghetto little upgrades and my fabuloso outfit, but today it's for you, not just about me. So yours truly has a special surprise. Scary and awkward stories with Dr. Wolfenstein. Well, it all takes on what you want to take it on. But learn from my lessons. Beware. Be very aware. You will be afraid. You will be. All right, now let me sit my booty cheeks over here because I got a chair somewhere behind me on my pants in my minute. Because I'm like,
Be safe.
Yeah. When in doubt, know your way out. All right, and first off, glug.
Dang, that is a big Mountain Dew jar I got there. What you got?
Just let the fall. All righty. All right, folks, it's showtime. All right. So, as we all know it, there's tons and tons of things a cosplayer can do. There's tons of fun stuff a cosplayer could do. And tons of events a cosplayer could go to. Yes, indeed. But in all that funness, there is the dark side of cosplay, where it's unknown and awkwardness, very, very awkwardness, where you're just thinking at the very end of the day or the very next day, when you wake up, what the hell did I just do and what the hell happened? But so, without any further ado, let's jump right into it. So, yours truly is a huge cosplayer, not only as a furry, but I do Star Wars, Marvel and DC, a bunch of regular comic book characters, and just whatever tickles my fancy. Woo! So anyway, yours truly went to a cosplay event that I, thought was a cosplay event. So this is probably around high school. I was a young pup dragon. So let's see. A bunch of my friends called me up after school. They're like, hey, there's a party and an event. And I'm like, oh, you don't say. And they're like, you could dress however you want. That's the only thing that registered in my head. Dress however you want. So I'm like, an excuse to cosplay. Yeah, why not? So I get all decked out. I get ready. They come pick me up. Big old SUV. Ooh, I think there was probably about 8 of us. So I'm getting ready. They see me. And I wasn't even wearing this. I was I think it was I don't remember what I was wearing. All I know is I was cosplaying some character. I think it was from an anime. Let me see. No, I can't remember what it is. So I don't know. In the comments, ask me later. I'll look it up. I'll dig in my inventory. So yours truly got in the van or SUV, big old thing. 8 of us rode to the party, and it was a big abandoned warehouse. So this warehouse was like rented out. You could see that it was just like, oh, for lease, rent out this party, woo-doo. So it was loud. There was lasers. There was strobe lights. And I looked to my friends and I said, this does not look like an anime convention. This does not look like a Star Wars convention. This does not look like any normal convention where cosplaying is abundant of. And they turned to me and they looked and said, oh, you can dress in any costume you want, but it's a rave. And I'm like, so it's technically not a cosplay. You technically took me to a rave where they just dress whatever, because raves don't really have a dress politics section. I don't know. But so I was like, fuck it. It's cosplay still. I'm going to go in there. Shamu. So I go in there and I'm like, ew, ew. And so like everybody's dancing. There's glow sticks everywhere. People popping Eve. People popping mushrooms. Don't do drugs, kids. It's really bad. But it's gonna happen. You go to a party that's rented out and there's no police officers. The security guard is just hired on by God knows who. So there was a lot of crazy drugs happening. There's a lot of people dancing. People were naked over there. People were touching over there. Somebody was licking the floor right there. I was like, what the hell? But I was like, hey, I get to still cosplay and I get to dance. So I was like, yeah. So I'm like shaking my veil and I'm like jiggling. I'm doing the boogaloo. And yours truly got eyeballed across the way. And I see that they have a bar and food. Between the bar and the food, a little girl was eyeballing me. And she was so cute. Oh, she was so cute. I'm talking about she had the glow sticks, the little mini skirt. She had the cute little apple behind. And she just looked scrumdiddlyumptious. I was just like, oh, I must be in Willy Wonka, because, yeah. So anyway, so she moseys on towards me, and I'm like dancing towards her. And then she starts dancing towards me. And then we just like start dancing on the dance floor. So I was like, all right, we're free for a dance. Woo! And so we started dancing. We danced like, I want to say, it was crazy. We danced a crap ton of songs where I felt like I was going to pass out because I'm in full costume. I'm hot. I'm sweaty. I'm pretty sure I was stinky. And I was like, why do you like that? But she was like fascinated. She was like, you're the only person that came in like full on costume. And like, it's not even raver based. It's just like random as hell. And I guess she really liked the randomness. So her and me go back to like where the food and the drinks are. And I order water because obviously I'm dehydrated. Alcohol is not going to help that situation. So I was like, bartender, give me a virgin water on the rocks. And he's like, are you serious? So like I drank my water. She got it, like I got her an alcohol drink. I bought her like some tacos because there's like a taco vendor, and I was just like, whoa, tacos, tacos, telemundo. So anyway, so we're enjoying our time. We get to talking. She tells me about her. I tell her about me. We hit it off. It was pretty good. And I was still thinking like, oh, she's a cool friend. Like that's all. I'm like, I'm here to dance. I'm not expecting anything to happen. I'm a square bear. I'm a nerd. I'm like, I can't get this. This is not going to happen. I'm in a Twilight Zone. So we go back to dancing, and she starts like getting a little close. And I'm like, oh, so does that mean I could get a little close? And without any hesitation, she just like Mortal Kombat me. She's just like, oh, get over here. And I'm like, whoa! And so like, she just totally like Sailor Moon lassoed freaking Wonder Woman me, and I was just like, oh, all right, I'm just gonna go with the flow, like whatever. And I was like, in the back of my head, I was just like, what do I do next? And so like, it was a really, really good night. And so I have to leave with my friends. We came as a group, we leave as a group. Nobody left behind. What stays in the man cave stays in the man cave. So yours truly walks to his friends. It's getting close to like the whole thing ending. And I'm like, oh, it's nice to meet you. I didn't even give her my number or like anything like that. I gave her my name, but she's all like, she didn't even like ask for a number. And then I was like, oh, I'll head out. It was nice dancing with you. Like, you're totally awesome. It was a blasty blast. And so I walked to my group of friends, and my group of friends looked at me like, bro, that chick was all over you. You're not like, what are you doing? And I'm like, we're just friends. And he's like, bro, she wants you. She wants you. We don't know in which way, but she wants you. And I'm like, well, whatever. Don't be gay. And so I was like, so she comes up to me and she's like, do you want to hang out after this? And I was like, dumbass me, I'm like, my friends, and they have a car, and I can't go home. And then my friends are all like, stupid, go take it. And I was like, oh my fucking God, they did not just fucking yell that across the room. And she just looks at me and she gives me that like pervy shades Naruto smile. She's like, oh, girl, you're fine, lay you down. And I was like, whoa, like you wear the pants and I wear the mini skirt now, I guess. Okay. I'm like, I'm a kinky bastard. I'll wear girl clothes. What the hell? So like, I go with her, and I'm still tripping out, and she jumps way ahead, and she's all like, oh yeah, I'll give you a ride home, or I'll give you money, and you could just call like a taxi or whatever. Because at this time, Uber and Lyft wasn't a thing, so all there was taxis. And so I was like, okay, that's cool. We'll go back to your place and like chillax.
Oh yeah.
And so we go back to her place. My friends take off. I say bye to them. I give them all hugs. They're like whispering perverted shit in my ear. They're like, and like I was like, really, guys? And so we go back to her place, and folks, this is where cosplaying gets weird. So we're back at her place, and everything seems to go fine. Like, it seems not to be weird yet. She's all like, oh, do you want some food? And I was like, yeah, okay, I'm really hungry from dancing, and I'm still really thirsty. So she gets me, I think it was like a Mountain Dew soda, and then like she gives me chicken nuggets. And I'm like, chicken nuggets? I'm like, nuggies! And I'm like, blah, blah, blah. And so like, she starts laughing because I look like a little ass kid eating the nuggets. And so she's like, oh, do you want to come to my room and relax and watch like movies? And I'm like, ooh, movies? And she goes, yeah, we could watch anime. I was like, whoa, anime? I was like, ooh, a nosebleed. So we go back to her room, we start watching anime. And in the middle of the anime, she starts like rubbing all over me, she starts getting a little frisky. And I'm like, I'm trying to watch the episode. I want to know what happens. Stop touching me. And like I didn't say that, but that's what I was thinking. And so she's just like all like working me over. And so I'm like, fuck it, like I'll interact with her because I don't want to be like a dick. So like I start touching her all over. She starts touching me all over. We start touching and all over. And so she turns to me. And folks, this is where it took 360 turn, red flags. Oh, I burped. So red flags. She turns to me. She goes, go into the closet. Open the closet. Go into the closet. And I slowly like, oh shit. And like, okay, as you can see, I'm like Frankenstein horror creation. So as a person who watches a lot of anime that has blood, guts, and sex, and regular anime, and then I'm also a horror fan, I watch tons and tons of horror movies, supernatural, monsters, serial killers, stab and fight. And so like I'm like 1,001 things start popping in my head. Red flag. I'm like, the first thing that pops in my head is like her boyfriend's in the closet. He's gonna jump out. He's gonna beat my ass. They're gonna rob me for all my stuff. I'm gonna walk out here bloody and butt naked, walking down the street for help. So I'm like thinking that. I'm like, oh, her boyfriend's gonna beat me up. He's in the closet. This was a setup. So that was the first thing. The second thing, because I'm a horror fan, I'm like, Oh my God, she's gonna like have me open the closet, and then she's gonna bash me in the head with something really heavy behind me, and she's gonna chop me up into little pieces and feed me to her whole family and cook me into pies because I watch horror movies. So I'm just like, what the hell do I do? I froze. So I'm ballsy. I have like 0 sense when it comes to smart things. I'm like that person who's like in the horror movies. It's like, oh, there's a monster noise over there. Let's go check it out. I want to go pet it. And I'm like, no, no. So I go to the closet. I open the closet, and I'm like, there, in full ambience, is the dreaded thing that she wanted me to see in her closet. Do you really want to know, folks? Do you really want to know what it is? What was in her closet? No joke. In her closet was the full, not half, not partial, a full from top to bottom clown outfit. I'm talking about Ronald McDonald, big ass rubber shoes, the rainbow wig, the squishy squeaker nose, the button up outfit, the fucking rainbow pants. And she turns to me and she says, put it on. And I'm like, this bitch is kinky. She's kinky as hell. She has a clown fetish. She has a clown fetish. And so I got in my head, I'm like, okay, if I put this clown outfit on, I'm probably going to get booty. And I'm kind of a nerdy verge. So I was like, booty to just cosplay as a clown? I totally got this. So I'm like putting the clown outfit on, and I'm putting everything on. And in the middle of putting this clown outfit, something like lightning bolt strikes across in my head. I did like an anime. I was like an anime movie. I was like, swing! And I was like, wait. How many other people have put this clown outfit on? And did she wash it every time somebody used it? That ran into my head, which totally didn't help my concentration. So I put it on. I go over there, and we start like getting into it. She's like all for it. She starts getting like Thundercat rage horny. She's like, row, row, I'm gonna eat you up. Get in my belly. I'm like, ah. So we're totally like knocking boots, and then it just proceeds. It proceeds to get worse. So I'm like, oh, I'm getting ready to, do, and I'm like, I'm gonna pull my pants down or pull the costume down, and she turns around and says, no, there's a drawbridge. And I'm like, no, she did fucking not. She did not fucking say there's a drawbridge.
What?
And I'm talking about this was legit. On the pants of the clown outfit, it was a drawbridge, an actual drawbridge with 2 strings, and it goes down like that for your ding dong. And I'm like, she made a castle drawbridge for the clown outfit. So I couldn't even take the clown outfit off. I had to poke my wee wee through a hole. There was a goddamn drawbridge like on my castle. I'm like, da 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 da. And I'm like, really? Is that what we're gonna do? And so I'm like, whatever. I'm already like, I'm past the point of no return. I gotta finish. So that doesn't get that. If that doesn't turn this into awkward, this, damn it, it gets worse. So as I'm thrusting, you know what that means. So as I'm like, she proceeds to squeak the clown nose every time I thrust.
Oh my gosh.
Every time I thrust, she's squeaking it. So all I'm hearing is, and I'm like, really? We're gonna do that? Like, I'm already losing so much concentration. And I'm thinking in my head, I'm like, you need to stop squeaking my nose. I'm losing concentration. Cut that. Like, what is this? Musical sex? Like, I'm like, no, this is not working. So somehow I finished. I go to the bathroom. I take it off. I fold it like neatly, put it on the sink. and I walk out, and I fall asleep next to her. The next morning, she gives me $30. I get a cab. I go home. Now, this all happened in one night. The next morning, I go back to school. I, like a dumbass, like a guy, I tell all my friends. I'm like, hey man, you won't believe what the hell just happened. Come here. And I told every guy at the school. And they turned to me, and instead of like the reaction I was hoping for, I permanently got the nickname Clown in school. And not because I was the class clown, not because I was funny. No, because of the goddamn sacrifice I had to do. I had to dress up like Bobo to get my Bobo. And I was like, really? I was like, I had to dress up like a clown so she could like work my wiggly worm, my famous balloon animal. I was like, and like it's like from that point on, like every time I came around the corner, if it was my friend, they'll be like, hey man, clown man, clown man, clown. Hey man, you're wearing the wrong shoes. Where's your big rubber shoes? Hey man, I heard you squeaking in the other bathroom when I was taking a piss. Like I was like, really? Really? That's what we're gonna do? So yeah, that was one of many cosplay stories that I've had happen to me. Learn from my mistakes. Watch the red flags. Somebody came in. Hey, howdy.
Oh, hey.
Okay. Because I'm imagining this. Drawbridge. Like, where did that sucker go? Like, bend down?
What, are you talking about the drawbridge? Wait, what are you talking about? The drawbridge for the outfit? Okay, so it was literally like,
Yeah.
It was like 2 strings, drawbridge down. Like straight up, think of like a castle. Think of like a huge castle, and then here's the drawbridge, and the drawbridge like, boom. Yeah, it was horrible. I mean, like, don't get me wrong, I enjoy the no-no part, but I didn't enjoy wearing an outfit to get my no-no part. Very awkward.
Then another question. No, as she was climaxed, was she squeezing it?
No, but when she climaxed, she said the most weirdest shit ever. When she climaxed, she said, Bingo was his name-o. Like the goddamn song. E-I-E-I-O.
Oh, dude.
I was like, who does that? In the life of a cosplayer.
Weird stuff like that. Oh my goodness.
Oh no, I have. You think that's weird? I have way weirder ones than that. That was just. You thought that was bad? Like, that is like ice cream compared to the other stuff I could say, which I'm going to in next Sunday. This is gonna be a thing. I'm just gonna tell you really awkward cosplay stories that I've went through every Sunday. And I need a drink.
Oh my gosh. And Mountain Dew.
It won't go in my mouth.
Oh man. Hey, if you have, I know you're in the background kind of listening to the story too, so you can just jump in, ask any questions, and then we're about to get you on here next to see what you're about to show and tell. So, was it worth it?
You suck. Yeah, I kind of walked out of that one with I was like.
Who's up?
You know what's even more awkward is this head has a squeaker in the nose. I legitimately have a squeaker in here, like.
Oh man. See, that's what I imagine.
Yeah, and see that doesn't bring Vietnam flashbacks, not at all. I don't get PSD when that happens.
Oh my goodness. All right, so I'm going to move you over to introduce yourself.
All right. Should I use my real name? As you can see here, like screen name is C Admirable.
Yeah, we can hear you.
What do you guys want to talk about?
Hairball. Anything you want to talk about?
You got a lot of hair.
You have this.
All the hair I have is from my mom. That is freaking cool. I love it.
So what is that blaster?
We also have the working action.
That's cool. Then you get like LEDs and soundboards for all these, man.
This one? I never knew it was possible. I thought it was not possible to install electronic units in there. And then someone, I believe, Tran, with the Blast FX board, he installed it into the, I think this region right here. The batteries in the handle. I think that's how he did it. Also has my one Return of the Jedi.
Oh, dang.
Return of the Jedi.
Have you ever had any trouble, like, when you took this to cosplay events? Like, they think it's real?
Wait, what?
Did they think your weapons are real when you go to cosplay? Did they like to be like, hey, you can't have that?
I've actually never went around with this, so I've never tested the water. I know.
You scared, dude? Like,
Sci-fi and Western convention, sci-fi and Comic-Con, They'll pretty much okay this to a degree. Anime conventions, they're usually strict on their props. Their props policy.
Yes, they are.
Yeah.
That's why I do the smart thing. I smuggle it up my butt.
Oh, really?
Am I joking?
Oh, man. I don't know. I don't know what to think anymore.
Just smile and wave, boys. Just smile and wave.
So to this day, do you still get the nickname?
Yes, I still have some of my friends from high school that still message me on Facebook, and they're just like, they just message me clown memes, and I'm just like, really? Hey, do you guys want to hear? Do you guys want to hear a useless fact that's really awkward? Yeah.
Sure.
All right, useless fact that is really awkward. Hold on. Fact: the human butthole could stretch 8 inches wide. 8 inches wide. A raccoon could go into a hole that's 4 inches wide. So technically, a human anus could fit 2 raccoons in your bum.
I've heard of people saying like fisting or like a horse or something like that. But 2 raccoons?
Yeah, do the math. Raccoon 4 inches, human butthole 8 inches. It's just physics. Aerodynamics in your culo.
Nasty.
Yep, it's like your bum is like the Thunderdome. 2 men may enter, no man may leave. Starring Mel Gibson and Master Blaster.
That's nice.
What do you got?
Okay. Upcoming convention. Anyone have upcoming convention?
Oh yes, right here. Me again. So if anybody wants to see me live and it wants to give me a big ol' hug or high five, I will be at SinisterCon on August the 15th of this month. August the 15th this month, SinisterCon. I'm going to be there giving out high fives, giving out chuckles. Yeah, come with me with your best evil laugh. And, just say hi. Howdy do. Shake my hand. I don't bite much. But yeah, it's if you want more information, go to SinisterCon on Facebook. They have a website. They have all it on there. It tells the date, the time, blah, 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 address. Yeah. But that's the latest event I'm going to go to.
So last time you didn't really go into your weapons that you made.
Oh, I got if you want, I have 2 next to me right now.
Yeah.
Where are you? Come here. So get in the camera. There's this bad boy.
I still want you to make me laugh.
I get like all up in there. Yeah, my huge black sword. And it has scales, dragon scales.
Dang, that looks good. How long does it take you to make this?
If I start at like 9 o'clock, I could get it done in one day. If I'm lazy, 2 to 3 days. Hold on, I got one more.
So people can just DM you if they want to build something, right?
Yeah.
That reminds me of from Inuyasha. No, Sephiroth.
That's kind of what I took it off. That's kind of what I took it from. Is the Sexaiga.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay. That's good. Oh, he's
What?
working
I'm
it
just
there.
polishing it. But yeah, I got some other heads, but I'd have to get up and go grab them. And I'm blind as shit in this.
Right, so it looks like we're at about 40 minutes. So we did have one cancel happen today. So that was going to be our last 20 minutes, but you know, please send us an email if you're interested in future events, or you can DM either me, Ethan Stein, or Chris or Soju. You could see this on YouTube and Facebook, and then we'd love to get you on. This is not just cosplay. Everything that you want to show and tell, we're glad to see it.
Yes, come see us. Don't move a muscle, an artery, a vein.
This is.
All right, is that it?
Soju out.
All right, everybody out. Woo! Bye. Mwah. Woo!